And more bad news for Boeing. The company's 737 MAX planes will be grounded until late this year because of the latest flight control problem flagged by the FAA. We've got Alexis Keenan here. She's been following this story for us. I've been calling Boeing essentially this Teflon stock because, I mean, even today it's flat. So walk us through essentially how this latest setback actually might impact the company, if it will impact the company, because I don't think it will.
Honestly, I don't see a lot of impact. You know, now we're on the third problem essentially with the MAX that's at least publicly known and publicly disclosed by the FAA. And like you said, the stock is flat. So, you know, this latest problem, though, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that it's a hardware problem, that it's coming from a chip. Now, Boeing has not confirmed that. What Boeing is saying, on the other hand, is that that can be fixed through a software update. I just spoken with an official from Boeing this morning. That's what they tell me. So there's a conflict there, right? Is it hardware? Is it software? Is it both? And what is the fix? And how long does that take? So in terms of timeline, you know, that's going to be a big impact depending on whether this is a hardware issue that's physically going inside of these planes versus being able to do a plug-in and a software update. Two really different things there. So Boeing is saying that they believe they'll be able to submit the software update for this new problem as well as the software update for the MCAS problem from those downed aircraft, Lion Air and Ethiopian. They say they're going to be able to do that by September. Now, the FAA has a totally different story. They are emphatically saying they will not commit to a timeline. So sensing a little bit of tension there between the two.
You're kidding.
Right.
Yeah. But is that necessarily a bad thing if you're from the outside looking in? Because one of the concerns when the story first broke was just how cozy the FAA was with Boeing.
Good point. Absolutely. And I think that, you know, perhaps this is what the public wants to see, is that the FAA is taking a heavier hand here. But definitely they're not aligned necessarily in the statements that they're making.
But most of Boeing's MAX planes haven't yet even been delivered.
Correct.
And I'm wondering if we're ever going to see a point where Boeing just throws in the towel when it comes to these MAX planes and tries to move on somewhere else. I mean, they might. You never know.
No.
These are
Dreamliner was a huge plane that everyone touted, and then no one hears about it anymore. They've just kind of backed off.
I fly it all the time.
They've put too much money into 737 MAX development.
Yeah,
it's not working.
So there are 500
all that money wasted.
Yeah, approximately 500 planes grounded right now, right? And on order were 5,000-ish planes. So a lot of planes haven't been delivered yet. But we're already seeing yesterday Southwest, they delayed and pushed their service of these aircrafts further into the future. They're now saying October. And then you've got United and American sticking with a September 3rd date that is perhaps maybe a little too aggressive knowing what we know today.
All right. Well, we'll have you back on to talk about
this.
I'll stay on it.
Thanks so much, Alexis.
Thanks, guys. Alexis.